Hey, what's up, Camp Nerd fans? This is Ian here in the camp, and today we're going to be doing another tutorial, and I want to thank a few people for requesting this tutorial, and I will have his name put up here somewhere on the screen is where his channel is at. I forgot to write it down, but if he's watching this, he knows who it is. But today we are going to be doing a tutorial in material theme skins in WPF. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you what we have here. It's just a basic thing. You can go more with it, but this right here is the material design theme, to where you can have cool icons like this, and then you can do your buttons, which is these right here, icons as well. But I ran into a little problem, is where there was not a click event with it, so I had to put the icon in a button and then go from here. But you can actually size this down, and it gives a really cool function as far as like the shadow drop on the background, and it pops up and it raises and things like that. Then you also have your icons going across here. These icons can be clickable, but I would like putting them in buttons. You can change the buttons, you can change colors and things. And then of course the time down here, which is in another tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do a clock and use the time, date, and everything like that with a text block or a label or whatever you may have. Then of course your card of what you see here, that's pretty cool. And if you read it, don't forget to do that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Be sure to like the video, because this video is awesome and y'all love me. And also turn on the notifications so you can get pretty cool videos like this right here, and tutorials as far as like tips on computers, computer coding, and things like that. And then we're probably going to get up to some Minecraft mods. Everybody's been Minecraft, and of course I play Minecraft, so that's something that I will do. And if y'all notice that like it looks like I'm bouncing or whatever, I actually have my camera right here. It's on top of my TV, and my desk is not quite a desk. It's an 8-foot long table, and so it kind of wobbles back and forth. So if it looks like I'm bouncing, I'm not bouncing. That's the monitor that's going back and forth, which is making the camera go back and forth, which makes me look like I'm bouncing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into this right here, and we're going to show you how to do this. And you can do some pretty cool UIs with this. So without further ado, let's get everything going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back over here and exit out of it, because I want it to come up on that screen. And also there's you will see an app.xaml if you look in the description below. Be sure to copy that, because instead of typing all of this out, it'll just be easier to just highlight, copy, and paste it into your project. It'll help and be a little bit faster than having to go through and type in everything that's here. So I'm just going to move this over here for the notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Visual Studio, as you can see here, and let's just make this full screen like so. And we are going to start a new project, and of course it is going to be WinForms, or not WinForms, my bad, I just did a WinForms tutorial for somebody. It's WPF. We're going to go to WPF, and then we're just going to put this as tutorial, tutorial. I cannot type today. And then we're just going to put this over here, and then this is we'll put it in material skin. No, let's create a new folder. Alright, let's just put this one as tutorial. And then tutorial, we'll just put WPF. Oh, it already done exists. Well, crap. There we go. We'll just do it that way. Alright, so now since you have everything done, I use .NET Framework 4.7.2. What we're going to do is we're going to click OK, and we're going to let it build. Then, as we're waiting that to build, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And so now, as you can see right here, I'm just going to take this and put this split screen to bring this up to fit that. Okay, so this is what you're going to have first off, starting off. So what we need to do is, let me check over here in the toolbox. Yes, we'll get to this part here in just a minute, because you've got to add the material skin to get all this stuff right here once we actually add the NuGet package. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your NuGet package, and if you're new to programming, you're just going to right click on the name of your project, and you're going to go down to manage NuGet packages, or you can go over here to project and go down to manage NuGet packages. All the ones that have been programming know exactly where to go. And you're going to click on browse. So what you want to type in here is material design. It'll come up. It's going to be the material design themes. So what you're going to do is you're going to install that. You're going to click on OK. And it's going to come up, and it's going to put a few things. In the last tutorial, you sent me to do like the material skin for WinForms. And so that's what comes up. Now, when you install this, one of the repositories it's going to be using needs to be updated, and that's the material design colors. So basically what you want to do is you just want to update it to the latest stable version 1.1.3. Click update and OK. And then there we go, we're all ready. So we're just going to save it. And then if you come over here and you look at your references, you'll see that it has been installed. So the very first thing that what we need to do is we need to add in our XAML, our app.xaml. And this is the resources that I was telling you about. Instead of typing everything, what you're going to do is you're just going to highlight what I had there, the resource dictionary, and then you're just going to copy that off. If you want to type it out, you can. More power to you. A lot easier to do this. So this, just to kind of go over a little bit, you'll want to have the material design theme. You can do it as dark, you can do it as light. We're going to kind of show you what the dark is. We're just going to save it and run it, and then whenever it comes up, you'll see the your usual thing right here. Once we actually get into the actual part, then it'll be a dark theme. But what we're going to do is, instead of doing dark, we are going to do light. And then this just kind of gives you the dark theme. Like if you notice, my Visual Studio is dark, and if I was to change to the light, then it would be like a white background. It'd be a light colored. So, but for this, I'm just going to use the light, so that way you can see the drop shadows and things like that. Then you'll also need the theme.defaults, and then the material design color. There's two different things you can do, which is on this one, it should come up as deep purple on and lime. If you was to actual follow everything, this would be the one that it would probably come up as anything you see online. So we're just going to leave it like that for right now. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to save that. Alright, now to kind of show you before we do anything else, if you come over to your toolbox, what you're going to do is, and then I'm just going to do here, I'm just going to delete this and go through the whole process again. Once you go to your toolbox, you're going to see common WPF controls, all WPF controls in general, like so. What you want to do is you are going to add a tab, just right click, add a tab, and then you're just going to type in material theme, like so. You can name it whatever you want. Alright, then on the material theme, what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the material theme, you're going to right click, and then you are going to go to choose items. Now, it'll take it a minute to go through if you have not opened this up before. And so this is the part that we have to pay real good attention to, where you put the project. So we're going to go to browse, and then you're going to go to the name of your project, and then tutorial, bin, debug, and then here you see you've got material themes, WPF.dll extension, and then your design colors. You want to add in both of those, but for the time being we're just going to add in the WPF.dll, and you'll see that there was a lot of things that have popped up that's going to be check marked, and so that's pretty good. So you're just going to go down here and you're going to press OK. And what that does is that adds all the stuff right here to your material theme. So before we get into that, let's go to the common controls, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a button, and as you notice it's already purple, and we're going to get to that here in just a second. And then let's go to toolbox, let's get a label, and then of course we're going to get a text block, I believe is what it is. Alright, so let's put the label right here, and then on the label we're just gonna put name, and then on the text block we are just going to leave that how it is right there. In the text we're just going to leave that like that. Oh, let's have at least something there. So let's put this is the material theme, and then the button we're going to place right there. Now what we want to do with these two is we want to make these a little bit bigger, so we're going to go to the text and we're going to make that 24 point, like so. Move that there, and then move that there, and then let's come over here and let's go to okay. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that for right now. We're gonna do a text. If I'll put a text block right there. Come out here. Let's just bring that up to 36, I believe is what I had. The other one, 36. Kind of like so. And then of course the button, we're going to change it to 22. Bring that out. We're going to change the content on that to submit, like so. All right, so now we kind of have this right here. So if we go to start, you'll see like I'll have to change that right there, but as you can see, yeah, let me change that real quick. I don't like how that is. All right, so let's take this and let's do 14. That should make it a little bit better. Yes, there we go. So we can put name, and it is going to be Camp Nerd Tutorials. Now, if you notice, the cool thing about that is whenever you click on it, it will give you a pretty cool thing. Now, the button, you see how it's got the drop shadow? You can click it, and it gives that little ripple that goes across, which is pretty cool. And then whenever you click on, it gives you that pretty cool underlining thing right there. All right, so now let's get into the second part, which is adding like the colors and everything like that, which is going to be the text elements and everything. So if you look in the description and you see under where it says mainwindow.xaml.cs, that may or may not be what your title is, but it is for this tutorial. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come right under the XMLS local, and we're just going to paint that right there. You can get rid of that. All right, so all right, now if you see the font weight is regular, and that's like this right here and the Roberto, but what we can do is let's go with let's say demi bold, and then your font size 13, ideal auto, background Gainsborough. Now, to show you how you can do on the background, you can change it different ways. Let's say we wanted to do a let's say an indigo. You see how it gives like the indigo there, and then you can take like the font color and everything like that. You can add that in there. You can also do let's say transparent. Now when you start it, you'll see that pretty much everything is, you can't see anything because it's all transparent. But for the sake of ease of this, we are going to put this as a Gainsborough or gray or something, so that way it gives you this right here. All right, now if you come over here to the icons, let's just roll that up and roll that up. All right, now let's say we want to add a badge, which is also the same as your label, and we'll next couple of tutorials we'll actually get into doing stuff like this. But what you want to do is you want to go to your pack icon. All right, now what I'm going to show you on these pack icons is, and I'm not going, you can do like stack panels and grids and everything. This is just something basic to show you. Once you have your material design pack icon on here, you want to type kind, and then it's going to give you a bunch of different icons. I mean, there's literally hundreds of icons through here. So let's say we want to do an add button. You've got add alarm, add alert, add box, add call, add circle outline, add location, address marker. So let's say we want to do the add circle. Let's bring this over here, and you see how you've got the add circle. Now let's just say we was to highlight this, copy it, paste, 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 just to give us a few little options here. Alright, let's do the add alarm. Let's bring that there. Let's bring that there. As you can see, that right there is the alarm, the add button. So if we do add again, let's just say add circle outline, like so. And then let's venture off something more than just add. So let's go to R for rabbit. Let's say radar. And of course you've got your radar right here. These right here are just some pretty cool things. Now let's say we was to add a button. From the common controls, we have a button right here. Let's put it like that. And then you just press Alt to add it. Let's bring like that right there. And then now you have a clickable button with that logo. Now with that, you can go through and, I'm not going to go through explain how to customize the button or anything like that. But if we click on just an icon and go over here to the properties and go to events, you'll see that there is no click event. The only thing that you can pretty much do is key down and everything. But since I had a button and I added that icon to the button, then it has the click event, and that will give you the click event in the code to where you can go and you can pretty much do something. Now once we take this and we run it, you'll see here we can press the button. It gives us that really cool add effect. You have these, this material, then of course you can take, and this is the tutorials, and then of course you got the submit button. You've also got tons of different things. We're going to be going through the next several tutorials, going over the material theme with like the buttons, icons, things like that, how to use them, how to wire them up, and things like that. And this is the tutorial for the day. And remember, this is Ian here in the camp with Camp Nerd. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Be sure to like, follow. Be sure to read the description because there's some things in there that you may not know, and you can follow me. Also, we have our merchandise, our Keep It Nerdy merchandise in the link in the description. You'll see that. You can go there and see what we got: hoodies, t-shirts, things like that. I'm going to be adding some mugs and things as well. But yeah, and if you're a new viewer watching this and you haven't joined the Camp Nerd family, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd like for you to join the Camp Nerd family. Be sure to turn on those notifications. Some pretty cool ideas, tips, and tricks about computer coding, computers, and things like that. This is Ian, and I will see y'all guys in the next tutorial. Alright guys, y'all have an awesome day.